Wahoo! Hello, Ohara! Hello, hello! I'm ready. I'm ready to fight myself for this. So, welcome! Happy Saturday or Sunday. Happy weekend, let's just say that, yeah. How is everyone? Oh, it's punching time. Who's getting beat up? I'm gonna beat myself up in this battle today. Oh man, it has been a tough week. Let's just say that it's been a very busy week, and I am so glad. I am so glad that it's the weekend because oh man, you know how like when you're praying that no one asks you to do like last minute things before you go on a trip. You just pray that happens, and then in reality, what really happens is a bunch of random people that you have not heard from like months ago suddenly decide to all contact you around the same time right before you go off to a like vacation or something. So that was me. That is still me. uh, yeah, so that's where that's where my headspace is right now. Act like no joke. I have received multiple requests, everyone asking me to do something that is due by the end of next week. And I was like, cold sweat time, guys, cold sweat. Well, I hate to break it to you, but I only have a couple of days before I have to go on vacation. I'm so sorry. anything anything you want me to do will have to wait until I come back. Uh Definitely Facebook friend vibes. Yeah, I can totally see that. If I say no though, if I say no, well, tough luck on them, right? Like if I say no, apparently no one else can do the job. So well, it's not any particular person's fault, right? Like usually in these such situations and scenarios, someone would like pick up the work for you or like temporarily have like stuff for like scenarios. Yeah, all the more reason to say no. Yeah, my schedule is jam packed. Jam packed right until the minute I fly. So that's gonna be fun. But we're here now. For the next 4 days, I will be streaming. So we're here now, and my boxing gloves are not for the for today's stream. It's for everyone who's coming up to me very last minute and asking me for stuff. This is my stance. I'm ready. Punch punch. So yeah, we're here now. Um, Praying that everyone has like a much more relaxing week. We're almost there. We're almost at the end of this year. I think this is the reason why everyone's trying to contact me because, oh, how long am I going to go on vacation? So, okay, the official like me announcing this like on Twitter and stuff will be probably tomorrow or day after, but I will be gone from the 1st to the 14th of November, roughly. But 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 before before that happens though, before that happens, I have created shorts for every single day that I'm gone. Um, Minus maybe the last 1 or 2 days. But I will have a daily short coming out. Uh, a bunch of them are short covers. So stay tuned. I'm very excited for them to be released. Why are all my gen mates leaving? Hold the fort down. Save us. But I'll be back. I'll be back very, very soon. Is it a working vacation or a relaxing vacation? It's a little bit of both, unfortunately. Or fortunately. It's a bit of both. I want to relax, but I highly doubt I will have time to relax. It's that kind of vacation. Dad's gonna buy some milk. No, this time mom's gonna go buy some milk. Some yummy milk. But I hopefully like the day I'm back, like the day after, I will share so much stuff I learned during the trip. So I'm very excited. Um and I will also be opening my marshmallows. So if I'm gonna announce it after stream today, but my marshmallows will be opening, and hopefully I can reply to a lot of them during my trip, so I won't be like completely gone. Time zone might be a little different, but I won't be completely gone. I'll still be around, haunting you in your dreams. You can't escape from me. Yeah, that's what's going. All right, why the boxing gloves? Why the boxing gloves? Today we are fighting. We are fighting ourselves. We're taking two cities in Japan, Kyoto and Tokyo in particular. And we are I'm gonna start like rambling on about different things that are why you should choose like one city over the other if you're a tourist or if you're visiting Japan, because I'm sure we all don't have infinite vacation time. So when you're planning a trip and stuff, you're most likely gonna spend like a couple of days here and there, or if you're just like choosing one place to go to. Sometimes it's a hard decision to like choose whether you want to go this city or that city. And yeah, this is coming from a tourist's point of view. If you're short on time, these are some pros and cons between two different cities that are very popular. Popular tourist attractions in Japan. And I will be fighting myself. And the reason why I have two jars on the screen today is because every time I leave like a positive comment, or if I'm like voting for one city over the other, I will drop little daramas into the little jars. So I'm gonna start filling up the jars with everyone. And by the end, hopefully, I don't know if it's gonna be like an even split by the end. So this is why we're doing it. So every positive comment I say about a city, I'm just gonna drop in one of these daramas and pray that it doesn't break the system, doesn't destroy my slides. Again, we are going with the one slideshow here, because one slide's all you really need. Okay, I'm very excited to start. Yeah. If anyone has any questions or like particular things you want to learn about the cities, feel free to ask. Put it down in the chat. I hope I can cover as much as possible during today's stream. Without any further ramblings, let's fight. I don't have a soundboard thing for the match fights. I'm gonna be like bing bing, bing bing. Okay, so first question. Which one has the better weather? Oh, better weather. The weathers between Tokyo and Kyoto are very, very, very similar. There's not that much difference in particular. Like if you're going during any season, it's going to be roughly the same. I have had experience with Tokyo in both springtime and wintertime, fall-ish wintertime. And then I've been to Kyoto during the fall season. And honestly, the weather is not that much different. There's not really any bonuses, but If you are there for the cherry blossom seasons, though, do be alert. Um, the the cherry blossoms bloom at a different time depending where you are in Japan. Um, I'm trying to remember. I think does it start from the north side and then goes down to the south side or reverse? But um, if it what I'm saying is like if it blooms in Tokyo and you miss that, there's a chance you can still catch the cherry blossom season in a different city. So it really depends on what kind of weather. But for sure, during the summertime, it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be really hot. Hot. September-ish, things start to cool down, but it's still gonna be pretty hard. Why is it hard? It's gonna be hot during the days and a little cooler at night, but it won't be like sweater weather until I would say November-ish. From the south to north cherry blossom chasing. Yes, exactly. Like, um, because it really sucks because sometimes during cherry blossom season, it's when the rain starts falling, and then you'll have one really pretty day of cherry blossoms, and then with the blink of an eye, the storm comes and it's all gone. um, but either place is going to be pretty crowded during cherry blossom season. So I don't really. I'll put one for each because I don't think there's really any, if any, like much difference between the two cities. Which one is easier on the budget? Overall, I think Kyoto will be the one easier on the budget. And there's several reasons for that. In particular, accommodations. uh, roughly around the same time, if you're booking a hotel in Kyoto, you will get a larger space, a better value for your money than if you go to Tokyo around the same time for a decent, similar sized accommodation. I think Kyoto wins this because it's Tokyo is technically like really big, right? But there's so many like smaller districts in Tokyo, and if there's like a big convention going on or if there's like a big event going on, all the hotels will like have prices that are like not not suitable for your small wallets. But in my experience, um for the apartment, not the apartment, the unit that I got from the hotel was a lot better in Kyoto. It had like better amenities, a much more comfier uh duvet, and it was really really close to the largest station in Kyoto, which is Kyoto Station. So it was really convenient, super nearby for like a fraction of the price that you would get in Tokyo. Airbnb does exist. I don't know how the crackdowns or anything is going on, but those tend to be pretty old. Uh, like the Airbnb situation, like the beds and stuff. I would recommend just like staying at a hotel over an Airbnb now because the prices are relatively the same. Is the enjoyment for money spent worth it if you spend more or not? I I felt like Kyoto was more worth it overall, budget wise. Like I was kind of upset at the hotel that I went to in Tokyo. It was roughly, I think it was like couple of tens USD more expensive than the one in Kyoto. But also like how often are you going to stay in the hotel versus like going out and exploring the city, right? I thought like, oh, it's okay, I'll try to find something that's like smaller, a business hotel like thing. I'm not gonna stay in the hotel room that much, right? But it does make a difference, apparently. But I say this, like, for Kyoto, if you're looking for the olden style houses, though, like machiyas, uh, where you live in like an olden traditional home that's renovated to have like people stay there for like a day or two or something. Those ones can get really, really expensive. Because you're basically renting the whole unit, the whole building, the whole like maybe 1 or 2 floors, a house. Those ones can range from like a couple of $100s to like a couple $1,000, but you're also allowed to like have like I don't know 5 or 6 people living there, staying there. So it's not like for a single person. Um, but those ones are really fancy accommodations that you can only really get in that area. I think yeah, the historical sites and the historical atmosphere that Kyoto has really, 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 really inspires me. Like both like artistically and like I can see all the references from different games and stuff. Because before I went to Kyoto, I was playing Yakuza Like a Dragon Ishin, which was based in olden times Kyoto. And I could really see the parallels from the game to the real life. Like a lot of the rooftops still have that aesthetic, the olden shingles. So very, 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 very pretty in that sense. But everything seems to be a little bit further away. Like more you gotta travel a little bit more to see like different places and stuff in Kyoto as opposed to like Tokyo. You could like take any type of transit and you'll be there in a couple of minutes. That's like a very big difference. Oh, there's no BGM. Oh, hold on. There we go. There we go. There's BGM now. Thank you for the reminder, Kevin. Guess you can't bring a Segway. No Mario Karting for you. For basic Weep, that option is more appealing. But like in Tokyo, you have the Akiba, you have like the nerdy stuffs, you have the giant Gundam stuffs. Oh, actually, okay. I'm gonna give one for Tokyo for all of the otaku stuff that you can get. I feel like it's much easier to get stuff in Tokyo. Crane games feel like they're a lot more fun in Tokyo because there's just so much more that is easily accessible. But there is nerdy stuff, so if you're a fan of the Kamen Rider series, I have to put that for Kyoto. If you're a fan of the Kamen Rider series right now, there is a theme park attraction just a little bit outside of the city of Kyoto, where they're holding an exhibit. I really want to go here, but unfortunately, it just wasn't in the way. But yeah, there's like a whole Kamen Rider exhibit. You get to see all of the like full-size Kamen Rider suits. And then also, I think they also show some of the motorcycles that they have. And I was like, oh my gosh, I would totally like squeal if I had time to get here. And apparently you could do like a photo shoot. You could dress yourself up into a Kamen Rider. But you have to be 12 or under. You have to be, I think it's like shorter than 100 something centimeters. You have to fit into the suit. I got so upset. I heard about this, and I like looked at the website and I checked it out, and it's like, I'm sorry, you can't be a cool cool, like, adult. So Yuno can fit, yes! Yuno, please live my dreams of becoming a Kamen Rider, please. I beg. But yeah, that is a part of like a olden attraction park. They also have a lot of Evangelion stuff everywhere. So if you're an Evangelion fan, it doesn't matter if you go to Tokyo or Kyoto, you will find stuff for you. I'm so sad. I really wanted to be like taking pictures with all the Kamen Riders. my favorites. But in Tokyo they did show some of the belts. Tokyo underground near the Tokyo station, there is a Kamen Rider shop where they show every single belt, Kamen Rider belt. So if you're a fan of the Kamen Rider series and you just want to get some goodies from the franchise, there is a place for you. So yeah, I will give Tokyo one more Naranma for that. Squee! Squee! But Kyoto has the cooler place to look at all of the life-size models. Is the original belt? I don't know if it's the original belt. I'm not sure, but I think let me I can try to search it up. Kyoto. Uzumasa. It's called the Kyoto Studio Park. That's the location of this Kamen Rider feature. Exhibition with real exhibition with real motorcycles used for the filming. So yes, the stuff you see there is actually used during the filming. Oh my gosh, now I really regret not going. A must-see event for all the fans from children to adults who are passionate about riders. Gather here, all rider fans. Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. Well, if anyone here goes, please share pictures with me. Let me live vicariously. Oh my gosh, vehicle actually used during... There's an official Kamen Rider store merchandise. Also, limited edition goods can only be purchased in this Kyoto place. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Yeah, it was not part of the itinerary because you had to take one of the trains out into like the middle of nowhere and walk a bit. It's not even convenient from the train station that you stop at. You have to do a little bit of walking. So I didn't go. Aww. Yeah, bonus points for Kyoto for that, because that would have been really fun, I think. Kyoto definitely has a lot more temples. So if you're into like the historical stuff as well as like temples and shrines, there's the giant shrines that everyone goes to. Do not go to the Inari shrine, guys. This is my tip for you. If you do not want to face any sorts of crowds that will push you from the moment you leave the station, do not go to the Inari shrine. Mistakes were made. Oh, I didn't see the foxes, but you apparently can see the foxes if you go into the giant shrine journey thing. But the moment I stepped out of the station, the Inari station, you're basically carried by the wave of tourists. And it's not just foreign tourists. There's also local school kid tourists. Apparently Monday is the day that they go on school trips. Try not to get to go anywhere during a Monday or something. I pretty much crowd surfed I jumped up and then I just let the wave ride me. Isn't the shrine with the deer getting violent with deer tackling people more often now? Yes, that is in Nara, which is very, very close to Kyoto. And usually people, when they visit Kyoto, they go to the adjacent cities like Osaka and Nara. It's very, very easy to travel between those 3 cities. It's probably a day trip to go to one of them. So if you're staying in the Osaka region, you can always go to Kyoto for like a day trip and then take like a 20-30 minute ride to go back to Osaka. The Kansai area. But I would not recommend going to the giant Inari shrine. There are smaller shrines. It might take a little bit of walking, but the journey, like going to the shrine, is very worth it, even if it's just a small place. Be warned though, make sure to bring several coins, like the 100 yen coins, because some of these shrines require entry fees, and you have to pay in cash to get in. The range is from like 300 to 500 yen. But there's like these there's these routes that you can go, and then there'll be like shrines after shrines, like just adjacent to each other as you keep walking, and each one has like a different like specialty. So one could have like a nice serene garden. Some of them, like, you can tour the inside of the building. Can you get by using most credit card on either? So the thing I learned about credit cards is if you're used to doing Apple Pay or like digital NFC wallets, you can't do it as much in Kyoto. This is one for Tokyo. You can't do like credit cards like Visas and MasterCards on your NFC and use Apple Pay in Kyoto. It's mostly for the Suica cards, what's it called? IC cards. So you can get a digital version of the IC cards and then use that with your NFC phone device. But usually those machines don't accept the Visa or the MasterCard or American Express equivalent of the NFC. So you have to pay with card, like the physical card. But I did see Tokyo is more there's more machines that accept visas on NFCs in Tokyo, but not that much. It's not as much as you think, so always prepare to bring a bit of cash. But I did find that Kyoto, I had to use more like physical cash as opposed to like credit cards. Especially for all of the temples and stuff. Or small shops. Only national banks, not even national banks. Like any type, the NFC only accepts IC cards. It's a weird thing. Most of the places will ask you to put the chip in or swipe it. Imagine giving your credit card to... I'm just gonna throw my credit card into the offering box. Pray. There goes my money. Happy National Chocolate Day! What? It's National Chocolate Day? Oh! I don't have any chocolate with me right now. I love mint chocolate though. Oh! Wait, no! It says July 7th! But there's also National Chocolate Day 10 hours ago, and now I'm really confused. Yeah, I'm really confused. Which one has the better chocolate? Oh, I got a story for this one. I got a story for this one. I will put it into the Tokyo jar for now. And this is a biased approach for this reasoning. So, during my recent trip, I was looking around for different museums and like more quiet things to do in the city. So I came up to this like small museum that is actually someone's personal collection that they decide to open up for the public. But it's like a really small museum. You had to take the bus from the station. Took a couple of minutes. And the neighborhood was like fancy. Like expensive type of fancy. Not so much Beverly Hills type, but it's like hidden fancy. So at first glance, if you just look at the area, it doesn't look particularly like fancy with Porsches or like real expensive cars or anything, but it's the finer details, like the people that are walking in the area, or like just like the restaurants and the shops that are available in this particular district are all like high-end stuff. And I was like, you know what, this small museum is kind of cool. I'm kind of hungry afterwards. We're not allowed to eat anything in the museum, no drinks or food. So I was looking around for a cafe, and I stumbled across this chocolate store. On Google Maps, I was like, oh, there's like a cute little chocolate store. And then in the ratings, they said like mint chocolate was really good here. So I was like, oh, well, it's my time to shine. I love mint chocolate. If people say it's actually decent mint, because I don't like pleb mint, okay? It needs to feel like toothpaste in my mouth. That's what I consider like good chocolate mint. So I like walk into this chocolate store, and I'm like in my tourist clothing. I clearly do not look like someone who lived in the neighborhood at all. So the shopkeepers were kind of taken aback from like, why is this random pleb tourist in our shop? Hello? And I was like, ooh, what kind of cool chocolates do they have here? And I was like doing the very, I shouldn't have done this, but like I did the very touristy, like, ooh, what's here? It's a really small shops, but like I stuck my nose into everything. Who's this? Yeah, who lost the sassy looking child? That's exactly the meme I was going for. Like, ooh, oh my gosh, they have like cute little letter shaped chocolate stuff. Very cute. And then I stumbled across like the fridge area with like the main showcase of all of their finest chocolates. And I was reading the names on all of these chocolates. They were really fancy names. Really fancy name. And I realized that they were all like some sort of liquor-filled chocolate. And I was like, oh no. And I don't want liquor. I thought you had mint. Why is everything liquor? Like sake, I don't know, like hard liquor stuff. I was like, huh. Well, do you have mint? Y'all have mint here? And they're like, yeah, we sell it. We sell the mint by like the boxes, like a big box. I was like, oh no, I don't want to buy like a giant box of chocolates. I don't have room in my luggage. I'm really struggling to fit everything in. I might not fit the chocolate in, so I was like, can you cut it in half? Can I have like only like, I don't know, 20 grams, 50 grams? And they're like, no. No, the smallest amount is 100 grams. I'm like, oh, that's a big box of chocolates. But I was like, okay, well, this big box of chocolate costed me like a fortune. Better be good. So I did buy the box of chocolates because I walked all the way here. The museum was already disappointing. It was really small. And I walked all the way here to buy mint chocolate. I might as well just like buy it. It's not like I'm gonna visit this place ever again. So I took this mint box home and I didn't open it until I flew back. I flew back home to try it. And I was really worried at that point because mint chocolate's like a hit or miss. Hit or miss. Oh, it's a hit or miss. So I was like, oh, okay, here we go. Well, I was really pleasantly surprised. It was one of the best mint chocolates I've ever had in my life. I was like, heck yeah, I hit the gold mine. I hit the mint. Now I have a giant box of mint chocolates that I don't want to finish because they're all really, really, really good tasting. And I got that in Tokyo. So I would say Tokyo's the place to be if you want mint chocolate. How many yens are we talking about? A couple of 1,000 yens. A couple of thousand. I would never buy that at like a cheaper store or something. I was like, oh, this is a once in a lifetime thing. And now I regret tasting it because I don't think I can find any like other mint chocolate in the world that tastes just as good. I would love to share, but it's all mine. No one's allowed to have any because it's all mine. As a Yakuza fan, gotta ask, where did you see more hostess clubs? Kyoto is probably not the place for hostess clubs, but both Osaka and Tokyo have a plethora of hostess clubs. Like host and hostess. In Tokyo, you will see these giant trucks that are just like roaming around the streets, especially in Shibuya. So if you're into that stuff, I would say Tokyo. There's just these trucks with their faces plastered onto it, like giant faces, promoting who the best host is at a certain club. And I only saw those in Tokyo. Kyoto's a little bit more quiet though. So if you're looking for like smaller crowds, avoid all tourist areas. Avoid tourist areas in both Tokyo and Kyoto. But if you're looking for smaller crowds and stuff, in general, Kyoto would be the place to be. Even in the Kyoto station, the largest station in Kyoto, it didn't feel that packed. Like, yes, there's a lot of people running in and out, and there's a lot of stuff you can do in the station without going into the turnstile stuff. But it's still much more quiet compared to like a Tokyo station. So quiet stuff, definitely Kyoto. In terms of fashion though, Tokyo has a lot more shops and stuff. Oh, if you're there for the hip and happening fashions, Tokyo is the place to be. Like, you've got the Harajuku Omotesando area. What more do you need, right? But felt like in Kyoto, things are less, things are a bit less, but I feel like the quality or the availability is higher than if you go to Tokyo and look for the same thing. So there was this really, really nice looking suitcase that I saw in Kyoto. And it was like the perfect color, the perfect size. And I thought to myself, oh, okay, well, if I saw it here, there's a chance that I might see it a lot more in Tokyo, because I like innocently thought that if I could see something in Kyoto, I could probably find it in Tokyo and in more bunches. More frequencies and stuff. That is a total lie. It is false. If you see something in Kyoto, you should buy it. You do not wait to go to Tokyo. You will not find it in Tokyo. I mean, hasn't thought it was a local store. Well, I mean, like, it is a local store, I guess, but, like, it's like a third-party store. You can probably find the same thing elsewhere. Because I saw it a lot in Kyoto. This wasn't the only place that I saw it. I thought, like, I can't carry another luggage around right now. I'll just go to Tokyo before my flight. I'll just buy another luggage. So I waited until Tokyo, and I regret it to this day. It wasn't the only thing, though. There were some other, like, clothing items from national brands. But by the time I went to the Tokyo stores and asked for the exact same model and things, they're like, oh, it's sold out. Because there's a lot more people who want that same item, and they'll probably get it at the Tokyo store. So, oh, so much regret. So much regret. Hey, let's see. Let me put one of. Oop. That's for the Kyoto bucket. So I had to settle for, like, some alternative clothing. I was kind of sad that I couldn't buy it. But I mean, it's not my top pick, but it's still one of my highest picks. Can easily get by in Kyoto with just English. I don't think there was any troubles in either Tokyo or Kyoto. I'm just trying to figure. A lot of places will have English menus if you ask for it, or like foreign language menus. I don't think people would struggle as much in either cities. Like for the hotel that I stayed at, if you booked your hotel in a foreign site and stuff, most likely they'll be able to speak English at the front desk. I was really surprised because usually I start off the conversations with asking like, "Do you are you okay with English?" Or like because like I don't want to start spilling out English and then they'll be like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." But Japan in the current like era. In the current era, a lot more people are more familiar with English. Even if like the person at the front desk doesn't know, there's options to like point at menus and stuff. Or they have like, if you don't understand something, like use Google Translates. So there's a lot of different options that you can do. When I went with my parents though, when I was super young, no one knew any English. So I was really surprised that in just a couple of years there's such drastic change. Because my parents don't speak Japanese. I was the only one who was like a little bit knowledgeable in Japanese at that time when I went with them. The first time I went with them. But like nowadays, English is fine. There are some places like Japanese only places, they ban other languages from the restaurant. Yeah. They sometimes say like no foreigners allowed. Or they might act like accidentally. They might charge you a different price if you're a foreigner. There are cases like this, but I think it's very, very, very minimal. They need that Kaikai money. No, my money. I already spent all my money trying to get there. I tried so hard. Use my otaku powers and speak Japanese. Oh my gosh. Because I was listening to a lot of J-pop and stuff. The first time I went with my parents. And like the only phrases I knew were from Japanese songs. and like one thing you learn in Japanese class and stuff is don't say aishiteru at things. Like if you like something, do not say aishiteru. Oh my gosh. So yeah, my vocabulary only consisted of like gomen, aishiteru. What else? I'm trying to think of a song I know. Wow, I can't really think of any right now. All the lyrics I'm thinking of was English. Yeah, you have to say ski if you like something or you want to buy something. Korega ski is much more suitable in every situation that you will ever need as a tourist in Japan. Aishiteru is like you hold that off until you're like ready to marry. If you really like something, you can use daisuki too. Yeah, I actually used I was like, mecha kawaii. I was like, this thing is so cute. I love it. When I was like talking to a shopkeeper and I really wanted to buy an item. They're like, isn't it so cute? Kawaii desu ne. Yeah. If I love mint chocolate chip romantically, I mean, I would say aishiteru to that chocolate box. I caress water, right? I caress onsen water. Why would I not say I love you to a chocolate box? Yeah, that's totally weird. Listen to a lot of Japanese songs, but never caught them. Maybe Japanese grind tour isn't a good way to learn Japanese. I mean, J-pop idol songs. It's all about like love. Love and I really want you, Hoshi. Give me love. Imagine Rad would definitely say I stood on the bidet. Yeah, the bidet toilets. I would ask it for a hand in marriage. The really high-tech one. Wow, my why do I sound so like promiscuous? Oh boy, oh my. Oh, speaking of bidet toilets though, definitely see more bidet toilets in Tokyo than Kyoto. Just putting it out there. I definitely see more bidet toilets. But like I'm trying so hard right now to think of lyrics. I don't remember any. Recently I was watching what's the last song I sang? I don't even remember. That was like a day ago. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Oh yeah, the last song I had was all English. That's why. Viva Viva Bravo Bravo. Like, not that helpful. Saikyo. Oh. In Kyoto, I didn't notice this that much. Because like in Osaka, you have the Kansai Ben, like the dialect, the Kansai dialect. In Kyoto, I didn't hear it that much. Like it wasn't as noticeable. So you could say like Tokyo and Kyoto, if you know like the Tokyo, like more, I don't know, Tokyo style of speaking, you can get by in Kyoto as well. Perfectly fine. I don't see any issues, but if you go to Osaka, even if you go to Osaka, it's totally fine to use like not Kansai Ben. You might have difficulties understanding the dialect a little bit, but it's like as a tourist, it's not that bad if you don't know too much of the dialect. I guess like the next like area that I wanted to talk about was transit. There is way more transit, like types of transit and everything in Tokyo. If you want to get from one destination to like the other side of the Yamanote line, you don't have to use the JR rails. You can use like the Tokyo subway, you can use the buses. There's often in like many cases, you can get to one location with like multiple methods of transit. But for Kyoto, even if you're trying to go for the touristy areas, there's only like one train that goes there, and it departs from the Kyoto station every 20 minutes or like every 30 minutes. So like frequency as well as like the availability of transits, I would say there's a lot more choices in Tokyo. Unless you want to run everywhere, that's totally fine too. You can definitely use your two legs to kind of push yourself around. A bit more difficult in Kyoto because everything just seems to be a little bit further apart from each other, but it's doable. My legs died in Tokyo. My legs did not die in Kyoto. Need to flag down a hand-pulled taxi carriage. Oh gosh, those human-driven carriages. I never tried one actually. I just felt like that was such a super touristy thing that I was like, no, I can't do this. Kyoto has the shrines, that means stairs. The stairs are very shallow. So while there's like a bunch of stairs, it's very shallow stairs. Most of the time, it's just like a slight slope going upwards or downwards. But let me actually... How much did I walk? Like on average, I think I walked like 20,000 steps. 20 to 30,000. In Tokyo, there's a lot more like up and down though, it's true. Like speaking of stairs, there's way more... There is way more places where you have to go through stairs. There's no such thing as escalators or anything to get to like certain destinations. Kyoto, I didn't feel it as much. Like, I feel like escalators were everywhere. Is it doable to rent a car? Definitely, if you want to rent a car, I think it's a little easier to drive in Kyoto than Tokyo. Tokyo's just a mess if you want to drive a car as a foreigner. Because there's all these like small nuances. Like if you want a left turn, apparently you have to like ride the left side of the driving lane way in advance before you left turn and stuff like that. I don't know the details in particular, but there are these things from observation. Between the two, which had the most delicious food I experienced it, and what was it? Okay, so definitely Kyoto takes the trophy, takes the prize for this, because I had my ryokan experience. Not in Kyoto, but in that area. And wow, was the food really, really filling. Tokyo, it's much harder to get that ryokan experience. Like, when people think of like the areas around Tokyo, like the giant metropolitan area, people think of Saitama or like the Mount Fuji areas where you usually go for the ryokans. For Kyoto, it's Lake Biwa, the largest inland lake in Japan, I think. So both have its like merits and stuff, but my experience was with the Kyoto thing, so I would say that was one of the most delicious foods. Very filling. Tokyo, there's way more chain restaurants that are hit or miss. There's also like really good hidden gems, but I feel like you have to really look for them in Tokyo, because it's very easy to like just jump into the closest koko curry, jump into the closest ippudo, because these are all really famous chains that are sometimes available abroad as well, and those are the ones you remember. And during dinner time, during lunchtime, there's always a rush. There's always going to be like long lines. And for some of these like international chains, it's very easily recognizable, and you could just like easily fall into the trap of like just going to one of these places, as opposed to like trying to find something that's like hidden, like in the depths, hidden in like the third basement level or something like that. Pepper Lodge, yeah. Pepper Lodge too, yep. But in Kyoto, I didn't have as much issues like discovering newer foods, like mom and pop shops. And I think the prices, I'm trying to think of the prices. The prices are really depends on like what food you're going for. It's possible to get really cheap food for really like for the value, but it's also really like expensive food that it really depends. But yeah, I would say Kyoto will make you work a little harder. It'll make you work a little harder to like find some, like to encourage you to try something new. The lines I feel are a little bit shorter too. That's just my experience. I wasn't in Kyoto for too long of a time, but like every place I went to, the lines weren't that long compared to like hours and hours wait. Oh, Kura Sushi. Kura Sushi, there's like a flagship store of Kura Sushi in Harajuku. And I made the terrible mistake of going there. Nothing wrong with Kura Sushi. Absolutely nothing wrong. It was just me. because it was getting late and I was like, I need to get something to eat in Harajuku. But I did not have the patience nor time to like look for anything like special and cheap. So I was like, you know what? I've never been to a kurozushi in Japan before. I might as well like go and try. And because like it's huge, but there's also a bunch of people waiting. So by the time I went, I think it was like what, 5:30, 6 o'clock ish. By the time I went, the line was already an hour to an hour and a half long. I was like, oh my gosh. If I spent my time like walking to the kurozushi, I don't know if other places will have spots available. And like otherwise it's like really expensive food in that area. So I was like, nah. I might as well stand here for 40 minutes. There's no seats! Oh my gosh! Okay, no seats. Okay, this... Oh my gosh. Kyoto, thank you. It is impossible to find seats anywhere in Tokyo just to like sit down and relax. Actually impossible. My tip, if you're really tired and you really want to rest, is just to go to a department store and just like pray that there's seats somewhere there. Or if there's no seats, go to the shoe section and try on a few shoes. And if worst comes to worst, go meet my beloved, the bidet toilet, and just sit there. Cause like there's no seats. There's practically no seats. Free seats to sit around unless you're in like a food court or something. But like even just like outside, if you're walking on the streets, there's no benches. No benches, no like I don't know how people do it. It's crazy. You can go from going out, like walking out in the morning from your hotel, go onto the train where everyone's like jam-packed like sardines, so you can't sit there. Lining up to go into the transit place, there's no seats there. All the way to like the shopping center where like either all the seats are taken or there's like no seats. Anywhere can be a seat if you're desperate enough. You don't see a lot of people just like sitting on the ground or anything though. So what do, right? What do? I had to go to like cafes and stuff. Like, if you want to sit down, you probably will have to pay to sit down. But luckily there's a lot of different like cafes, small shops, small snacks places where you pay for like a buck or two just for like a small drink, and then you can sit down. Like you most of the time you have to like pay to sit down. And if you're going with a large party, say there's like 5 or 6 of you, and everyone's just like, boy, we're tired, we want to sit somewhere, and then you suggest to go to a cafe, everyone has to order. Everyone has to order something, otherwise your whole party's like not allowed. Or I guess like the server will just stand there until you order something. That's what happened to me one time. The thing is like they will be like, you have to order something. Even at the karaoke bar, you have to order something. Everyone has to order something, otherwise they will not leave you. It's understandable they don't want people just to stay there and not buy anything. Yeah, exactly. Like, there is a reason for it, right? Like, you want a spot, you should probably like pay for it, right? Fight the waiter. Cause a ruckus. Fight the waiter with these boxing gloves, yeah. That's why I have them with me everywhere I go. Ready to fight. I feel like that's usually my go-to. Otherwise, like it is possible on restaurant floors. There might be like additional seats, but otherwise it's really hard to find any sort of benches or anything to sit down. If only 3 of my party 4 is hungry, I'm gonna tell. Someone has to order 2 things then. Someone will have to ask the 4th person to order something, and then someone else in the party will gobble it up. Like, I feel like this is an issue in like some other cities, because I don't know, my parents are the type who want to rest, you know, like their legs are tired. I understand. Their legs are not made of steel like mine. But I always found it really difficult to look for places that we can all sit down without pain. Bring the human vacuum friend. I wish I knew someone like that. I'm so motivated to like look at everything. Like the issue I had, because there's just so much to look at, so little time, so much to look at. It wasn't that my legs were giving up. It was more like the shoes that I wore were not suitable for so much walking, and I totally regret this, and I learned it the hard way. I'm not a sneakerhead at all. Wait, is there... No, there's no shoe asset. I was about to put a shoe on my head because I'm not a sneakerhead. I'm not a sneakerhead. I did not know that for the same brand of shoes... Converse. How did you know I was gonna say Converse? Wait. Hold on a minute. I did not know that for like an international brand, depends on where you are in the world. If you ask for the same shoe, it's actually built differently. No. Hear me out, guys. Hear me out. No, Vans are the ones that are uncomfortable. No, hear me out. The Converses that I had were really the most comfortable things that I've ever had. But I've always worn the American ones. Like the ones that you buy from the US shop. I've always worn those ones for my life. I have had some of the Asian ones before, like in I've had a pair that was from Hong Kong before, I think. But it is the most comfortable shoes I've ever had in my life over Vans. Vans, I could never get used to the sole. So when I went to, well, this all started because usually I buy my Converses during the Black Friday sales. I use my Converses so much that they're worn out by the end of the year. So I usually, if possible, get Converses through the Black Friday sales because that's when they're the cheapest. And I think it was for like last couple of years. The Converses were no longer discounted for the Black Friday sales. So I thought to myself, okay, now they're really expensive here. I'm gonna see if I can get Converses in Japan while I was there. And because I'll have the tax-free deductions, in theory, it should be cheaper to get Converses in Japan. So I go to Japan. I go to like several stores. Finally saw a store that offered Converses for sale. So I asked like, "Oh, can I have like this size?" And then they're like, well, I was like, I only know this is in US size. I understand like in Japan. My travel fees would kind of offset. It's a sunken cost. I was like, I understand that like if you're looking for shoes, it's always in centimeters in Japan. They measure it by centimeters, or they have different sizes: S, LL, triple L, medium. But those would map to a certain centimeter size. So I go there. I was like, do you have the US like this size? And then they were like, sorry, we don't offer the US sizes here. That size in particular does not translate to any of the Japanese sizes. So I thought it was really odd, because like the American ones were unisex. So I was really surprised, because I saw in the shoes, the Converses in the store, they had the US sizes. And I was like, oh. I was like, wait, but you have like, I don't know, size 11s. I can't fit a size 11, holy cow. But like, you have that, and like the US store has it too. I'm so confused. So the first store told me that it doesn't exist. So I went to another store and asked the same thing, because I was like, no way. And the dude there offered me like, okay, yeah, we have that size, but it is not a US size. It is centimeters. Is that okay? So I tried that one. And it fit fine. It fit fine the first like couple of minutes I wore it. So I bought it. I was like, heck yeah! I bought these like Converses for like $20 cheaper, and it's tax-free. Yes! Score! I thought I was like the thrift shopper premium 1000. I was like, I could be on those like coupon cutting shows. I would be able to like share my expertise to the world, like how I got around getting cheaper shoes. I was so excited. But as I started like walking a lot in Tokyo, 20,000, 30,000, like 30-something thousand steps. I that night when I went back to the hotel, I could not feel my toe, my big toe. Like, it was numb. It was not even pain. It was like I could feel nothing with it. So I was like really, really concerned. I was like, oh no, I must be like super tired today. Maybe after a night's sleep, it would feel better, right? Like, that's usually what happens. Sometimes my thighs get a little sore after a long day of walking. And the numbness never left. During my entire trip, even to this day, I lost a lot of the nerves or something. Turns out, I've discovered two things. I've discovered that number one, even if you get the same size, because it looked identical from the outside. Two shoes, the ones I bought and the ones I owned before, they look identical from the outside. But the pair I bought in Japan were made. One of them was made in Indonesia and one of them was made in Vietnam. And apparently, the location of where the Converse shoes is made differs between the different versions. and the materials are therefore a little bit different. And it turns out the Japanese Converses were slightly slimmer at the top. They were slightly slimmer at the top, and because of all that walking and my feet weren't used to it, after my trip, I came back and those Converses are already like ripping at the front. Turns out a pinched nerve can cause numbness and like either numbness or like pinpricking in your toe. So apparently that probably won't go away for a couple of months. Recovery, according to the internet, could take from several weeks to several months to maybe a year. It does feel a little bit better now. Like I could sort of feel a little bit, but yeah, about that. No wonder they were $20 cheaper. I guess I learned my lesson. I quickly bought a different pair. I went to a store, a local store, asked for the exact same size, and it was the US shoe. So I asked for the exact same size, and when I slipped it in, I didn't feel any pinching at all. So I like, it definitely felt like there was more space at the front of the shoe. So instead of buying a pair of Converses, I don't remember what they were. Pretend they're like, I don't know, $60. Instead of buying a pair of Converses for $60, I bought a pair for $100. So yeah, instead of like being the cool bargain bin hunting butterfly swordsman, I became the numb-footed butterfly swordsman. And that's why my model that's why my model has really comfortable shoes on, because I can't stand uncomfortable shoes. Oh, I regret so much. But now I know. Now I know that like I have to be careful of the products. I didn't realize that the same brand can have different made in like different countries and therefore have different builds. Lesson learned. Yeah, lesson learned, and luckily it's recovering. I'm praying that it's recovering. Do I float like a butterfly and sting? I float like butter. And sting like ranch. So yeah, no Converses for me for my comfy feet. I can only wear like a very specific brand, specific build and brand. Yeah. Wool socks. Harder to get, damage reduces friction. Oh man, in Tokyo, I saw these socks that advertise themselves as deodorizing. I did not know what that meant, but there's like these special socks, which apparently has deodorizing effects. I bought a pair. I bought a pair too, but I don't feel any different, so I don't know what the difference is. Tension sock is not tension sock. It just says like antibacterial deodorizing feature. I don't know. Maybe I bought into the advertisement. Can I smell the difference? My feet are squeaky clean, okay? You don't smell. Not that I've ever smelt them, You don't give off a stench. Who do you take me for? I take baths. But oh man. Yeah, much regrets. Neither Tokyo or Kyoto would have saved me from buying Converses that are not suitable for my shoes. But it's regretful. Yeah. It's deodorizing. How often do I take these baths? I mean, I only take them every time I go to Tokyo or Japan. So I take baths once a couple of years. I live off of my own sweat. I'm not dirty, I promise you. I promise you. Which had better onsens or public bath experiences, Tokyo or Kyoto? Kyoto. Both the hotel I was in as well as like the onsen experience. Kyoto was the winner. I had like the hotel I stayed at in Tokyo, I had an unpleasant experience because for some reason there's like this terrible stench that was seeping through the carpet. It was not me. I promise you, it was not my stinky feet. But every time, it was not sulfur, no. It literally smelled like someone's sweat was coming out from the carpet. And I was really, really worried that like someone had like an unpleasant experience there before me. It could have been mold. They even offered to give me what is it called? An air purifier. Oh, air purifiers are really common in hotel rooms. But not for the stinky carpet. Air purifiers are just there, like, I guess after the "see who must not be named" situation. Every room has a humid air purifier. Probably need a steam clean. Oh, I don't know. I kind of regret. But I was like, okay, because this is like the only room I could afford at the time in Tokyo, because everything else was like 400, 500 bucks per night. I was like, oh, I'm not paying that much. Oh my gosh. It was unfortunate timing on my end because like a really, really famous convention was going on in Tokyo while I was there. So they jacked up all of the prices. It was impossible to get like a decent sized room with a bath. Because, yeah, if I wasn't that picky, I probably could have picked somewhere with like a shower head and it would have been okay. Like the prices would be affordable, but I was adamant about getting my daily baths. I was adamant. I needed those beautiful baths where I can play with bath bombs that give me toys. So I was like, no, I will not accept any other place as a hotel other than one that offers me a good bath. Kamen Rider bath bombs? I wish I would have bought those, scooped them off of the shelves. It was Pokemon. Do I mean bathtubs? Yeah, it's like a soaking bath. There's like different baths, right? In Japan, the baths are much more higher. They're a lot deeper, but the width is shorter. Those ones are really good just to like soak in. Are they like Pokeballs? It was the Eevee collection. Yeah, it was the bath bomb was shaped like a Pokeball, and then you could get any of the evolutions from the bath bomb, and I was like, I'm gonna buy multiple of these, so even if I get dupes, I could at least have like one or two. That was fun. Which era of Kamen Rider is my favorite? Den-O is my favorite one. And I am... Oh my gosh, this is like a sneak preview of an upcoming stream. This is embarrassing. Oh. I want to do, what's it called? A model building hand cam stream in the near future when I'm back from my trip. And I have a figure building model for Den-O. There's apparently all four of his forms is available as let me search it up. Is it Figure Rise? I think it's a Figure Rise. Yeah, okay, it's a Figure Rise. But the only one I could find was the sword form. The other three exist somewhere. I don't know where I can get it though. Because the sword form is the more popular one. The most common one. Like, I really want the turtle line, the rod form one, but I couldn't find it. I want all of them, actually. I want to build all of them on stream. But yeah, I could only find the sword form one, so we're gonna build that one first. Though, well, it's either... I have two kits right now. I have... What is it called? I have the Den-O sword form. I also have a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Figure kit. I was debating between the two, but then I think my my soul is calling out to the Den-O one because I absolutely adore Kamen Rider. Yes, the one from Yu-Gi-Oh! It is a stunning figure. Like, they had it on display at the shop, and I was like, oh my gosh, the wings are so beautiful. It's like pearlescent. I was like, I gotta have this. It was on sale too, so I was like super happy. Oh man. Did I go into the anime stores for anime merch? I did. I went to Koto, what's it called? Akiba, Kotobukiya. Kotobukiya is like a famous shop for like model kits and stuff. Let me see if I can find the Blue Eyes. So if it comes to anime merch, Tokyo or Kyoto? Oh, dear, I would say Tokyo for that. It's just, there's just so much more shops. Like, if one store doesn't have it, there's like 10 more different stores like next door that you could take a look at. That also goes for doujinshis and other otaku related merch. I might not have visited the area in Kyoto that sold anime goods, but I feel like in general it was a little bit harder to see like anime goods. Vintage anime or new anime? I mostly focused on the new anime. Vintage anime, what's it called? Oh, nah. It has an N somewhere in there. I don't remember. Nah. In Tokyo, there's an area where it's like famous for vintage anime goods, but I never go there because I always want to go to Ikebukuro and Akiba for all the like new and upcoming anime. So I very rarely like check out vintage. But I'm trying to look for the figure that I wanted to build. Oh, this one. Yeah. I'm super excited for this one when it's ready. I'm gonna just paste it onto the screen. Look how beautiful those wings are. Like, if you have light going into, like, shining onto it, the wings are actually, like, pearlescent. It's not entirely see-through. It's a little bit, like, filtered. But the really nice thing about the Figure Rise collection, the series, is that you can build it, and you can also, like, play with it in a sense that you can like change the poses and stuff. Encourages it. I will be building it on stream. Yes, I am super excited. But first, I want to build the Kamen Rider one. Get that out of the way so that in the chance that I can manage to find the other 3 in the set, I will build all of them. How long do these take to build? I haven't built any of these before. I haven't built any Figure Rise before, so I'm not too sure. I don't have the boxes with me right now. But it's I don't even know how many how much the set is, like how many pieces there are. We'll find out together, yeah. I love building. So I also bought sandpaper and everything. Hopefully I understand how it works, because in the past I didn't really pay much attention to sanding down the stuff, but I feel like I was at a hobby shop and I felt like I should. I should at least like buy some. Make myself look a little bit more knowledgeable. But I have pliers and everything, so I'm ready. Yeah, these aren't as complicated as like the perfect grade stuff that I really want to build in the future. Perfect grade. Oh. We'll see. But yes, I'm very excited to build Blue Eyes. It looks so cute. Okay, there was like, there was like a gacha, like a crane game plushie of a Blue Eyes White Dragon when I was there, and it's so cute. It's like a chibi form, and he was holding Kaiba in his arms, and I was like, this is so cute. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can find it, because it was so cute. Plush with Kaiba. Oh yes, this one. Ah. Look how cute! He's just holding Kaiba! He's like, he's mine. I will protect. So cute! But I had to choose between this one or the Ammonite. Ammonite Bon Presto. Okay, I had to choose between this plush to get or I'm gonna move this over here, or this masterpiece. Like, I don't think it's much of like a fight here. Pot of Greed? What is Pot of Greed? What does that do? Is it the plushie that I got from the Sumimasen incident? It was, yes. The one in the middle. This Ammonite. The Ammonite was the one that I got. And it has the like silliest face. Can I use the Ammonite as a hat? No, I can't. But I can put hats on it. It is huge. It is the size of like a quarter body, maybe? Because the machine mostly had the kabutos. I had to ask the dude to change it to the Ammonite. But for some reason, I guess like more people wanted the kabuto because there was a lot of these Ammonites left over. I was like, how could you say no to this weird looking like creature? So yeah, I had to choose between the blue eyes or the Ammonite, and the rest is history. Super cute. I love both of them, honestly. People don't understand the charm of Ammonite. I know, right? Like when I was playing the crane game, there was a couple of foreigners that passed by when I was like playing it, and they were like, oh my gosh, it's Lord Helix. So I think Ammonite's a little bit more popular globally, maybe? I don't know. Like, okay, I was like the person that chose Ammonite. Like out of the fossil people, the fossil collections, I was the only one who chose Ammonite. Whenever I asked anyone online, they'd be like, Ammonite or Kabuto? Everyone would be like, Kabuto. Absolutely no one chose poor Ammonite. And I was like, oh. It's so derpy looking. Why would you not choose Ammonite? Yeah, because I got the Ammonite from Tokyo, I'm gonna give Tokyo another another point. But honestly, I felt like my time in Kyoto was really short. I only stayed there for like a couple of days as opposed to Tokyo. I stayed there for like a week. I did find the whole atmosphere, the whole just like the mood and the vibe. Kyoto was much more relaxed. Provided that you avoided every single tourist trap. Like I would give Kyoto a bonus point just for that. Does Tokyo have any goals? I haven't seen any. Maybe they were always following behind me though. I slay goals for life. Gotta take them to the afterlife with me. If I go with friends, Tokyo is better. If you go with a bunch of people, I would say you'd probably have like a higher chance of everyone enjoying something in Tokyo. Kyoto is better for smaller groups. They were behind me matching my breathing. They were the ones that made me fail so hard at getting the crane game. Tisk tisk. Which one's more hospitable? I had really good experiences in both cities. Since I say both, I'm both. Like I honestly had like super good experiences. Hospitality wise, I think like depends on like the hotel that you book and stuff, because the range of omotenashi that you get, the service that you get, is gonna differ depending on like whether you go for like a super cheap capsule hotel or something versus an all expense included hotel room. In general, there's less people everywhere in Kyoto, so you don't feel like you're being pushed around that much. I'm trying to think. Feel like there's a lot more tourists in Tokyo though. In general, because if you go to Ginza, especially around 6 p.m, I think there's just floods and floods of tourists. Meanwhile, I think like in Kyoto, because everything's a little bit more spread out, there isn't like a giant accumulation unless you go to like the popular tourist areas. Did I go to a Pokemon cafe? I didn't go to a Pokemon cafe. What did I go to any? I went to the Rilakuma cafe. Oh, okay, yeah. You know what? Kyoto is better because there's a Rilakuma cafe there. Hands down, the only place that has a Rilakuma cafe is Kyoto, and therefore Kyoto is clearly better. Did I feel safe on both places? Yes. I don't think I had too much troubles. Even later at night, because I don't go to. Okay, I think there was a question asking me about like nightclubs and stuff. I don't usually go to nightclubs. I tend to I sleep early. I sleep early and wake up early. Oh. I feel like there's a little bit more activities to do in Kyoto in the early mornings. Tokyo stuff opens at like 10, 11:30. Kyoto, there's a lot more like temple stuff that encourage you to go a little earlier in the day. Cafes open at like 10. It's slightly earlier. So for me, it would be like a better place to be, because I'm not a night person. Did I get chased by any of those bar hopper guides? I avoided those areas late at night, like even around dinner time. I usually went to places where there's like less bars and stuff. But even the night I was around like a bar hopping area, I don't think I got called out. Like no one really called out on me. I might have like I might be like having a face where I'm like, if you talk to me, you will not have a good time. Like I have my red punching gloves right here. I'm ready. Come talk to me if you want. I might as well have boxing gloves. I did see maids though. Like the Akiba maids. So there were quite of those, but I don't think they usually call out to girls. No maidens. Yeah, I don't. The most I got like bothered by was was usually the shopkeepers. They're very, very, very loud. And they always like yell at you to come to their store. Oh, there's 2 types though. Like whenever you hear like "Irashaimase," like that's like welcome, please come in, or like come check out our goods, stuff like that. Like "Goran kudasai," please take a look and stuff. There's like 2 types of shopkeepers. There's like one type that like speaks really fast. "Ikuridozo! Goran kudasai! Irashaimase!" Like really fast, as if they're like rapping. And then you've got the other side of the spectrum where they will hold a vowel for as long as possible, like a lo-fi beat. They'll be like, "Irashaimase." And it makes me wonder. Like, which one is better. Like, maybe they're just so tired of saying it that they just go on. Because the longer you say it, the lesser amount you need to say it overall during the day. So yeah, there's 2 types of shopkeepers. Pretty funny. They used to be an idol. Irashaimase. Did I try the omurice? I didn't. Wait, did I have omurice? I did have omurice. Oh, actually, no. I need to write this down for a short idea. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Omurice ranks. Chef ranks. Did you know that if you go to like the chain stores for omurice, so not the really cool person on YouTube that you always see, but like the stores that you see everywhere that sell omurice, they actually have like a little sticker on the table that tells you what type of chef is in the kitchen that day. It is fascinating. So I think it was like they give you percentage chances too. So it's like 85% chance that you will get a beginner chef that will make your omurice for you. 10% chance it's gonna be a middle level, and then only 5% chance will be a pro expert omurice chef. They have classes. What? Yeah, you have to gacha for your omurice chef. And I was like, I got a pretty good gacha. I got the medium. 10%. I got the 10% chance to get a medium level. Honestly, it tastes the same. I don't really know what the difference is, but But yeah. Now it made me wonder, like, what would the super pro omurice chef, like, what makes it so different than like a beginner omurice chef? Like, I'm so curious. Like, what's the difference? And it's dependent on each store too. And they even give you the name of the chef. It's really cute, super cute. And then when you get seated at the table, the person will like instruct you, like, this is how to order your omurice. Oh, by the way, today's chef is a medium level skilled chef. I wish they told you before you went in. Maybe that would sway me. I don't know. Maybe it has a Michelin star. Yeah, I think the super pros most likely have their own shops. Like, why would a super pro be at a chain store, right? At that point, you might as well just open up your own store. But I thought it was really cute. More shops should like tell you that. Like, today's sushi chef is a 5-year experienced chef or something. You don't have too high expectations if the chef is missed. The reason why your omurice turned out a little burnt and overcooked is because we told you it was a beginner. But yeah, that's something I didn't know. I also had almost spaghetti. I did not know almost spaghetti existed. But now I know that is gonna be my go-to. And I only found it in Tokyo, so 1 more point for Tokyo. Yeah, it was like you could choose. There's like different like pasta bases, and then they'll just do a really fluffy souffle omurice, omelette on top of the spaghetti, and then you can cut it up just like an omurice, but it's just with spaghetti. I fell in love with it. I was like, why have I not discovered this brilliant masterpiece? And now the next time I go to Japan, I really want that super premium bidet alongside with my master chef almost spaghetti. Oh, it's great. So I call it almost spaghetti. I don't think they said anything. They just said omelet on top of spaghetti, but clearly it's almost spaghetti. But yeah, that was so good. Highly recommend if you get to try almost spaghetti. Almost spaghetti sounds a little bit sauce. Almost spaghetti sounds better in my opinion. I brought out the heart eyes. Yeah, this is what I do if I'm looking at a really good bidet, and then this is what I do if I'm looking at food I absolutely adore. Oh my gosh. So good, yummy. There's omelet yakisoba. Oh, I did have yakisoba at what's it called? Okonomiyaki place. Wow, people eat a whole okonomiyaki to themselves. I couldn't even finish half of one. The table next to me, I was like indulging myself into one okonomiyaki because I was like, I know I'm not gonna finish this, but I'll just have to make. I can't even like take it out because my hotel room doesn't have a fridge. But the people next to me, the couple that was next to me, they like ate 3 of them plus like 2 appetizers. I was like, oh. Wow, we got big stomachs. Which city has the better food street vendors? Oh, street vendors though. Oh, this one's hard. Street vendors. Okay, I'll choose Kyoto, but I would recommend going to Osaka for the street food. Kyoto is like a 30-20 minute train ride to Osaka. Super fast. It depends on which line you go. But I would go for Kyoto for the street food as well as like, just go next door to the even better street food. I very rarely eat outside. Like, there's always a huge line. And I get really intimidated by like eating foods on the street and really scared that I'm gonna drop my food onto the floor and make a fool out of myself. So usually I like to sit down and enjoy like a drink at a cafe or something. Sandwiches at a cafe. Let's see. Gotta eat faster than gravity can claim it? I would try. I would try really hard to like reverse gravity if possible. Have I tried the Japanese version of the food I eat at home? I mean, I usually eat ramen at home. This time around, I didn't get to eat as much ramen as I wanted, though. Both the Kyoto station and the Tokyo station have a ramen street that you can try different ramens from all over Japan. They have different offerings in both stations. But this time around, I wanted to try more like a variety of different cuisines, like Japanese cuisine. So I only had ramen one time, I think 1 or 2 times. And what's the housing rent near Ramen Street? Oh man. One thing I did notice though, the Ramen Street ramen was very, very, very thick and oily. The broth. I'm more used to the clear style. The clear broth style. But I think it's like super, 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 super oily. I would not recommend having more than 1 bowl a week or something. What other Japanese food? I didn't have any hot dogs. I don't even eat hot dogs at home. For some reason, hot dogs are always in my mind. I don't know why. It's just like a food that I can never buy. Like, where can you get a hot dog? There's no hot dog stands or anything. After the sea who must not be named. There's hot dogs in Japan? Yeah, there's like, if you go to any of the baseball games and stuff, there's hot dogs for sale there. 7-Eleven, huh? Wait, where's the nearest 7-Eleven? I don't even think we have 7-Eleven here. Oh. I don't know. I hot dogs is one of those like simple foods that I always crave but can never get. Did I go to the baseball games? No, but I did go around the stadium and stuff. Even at the stadium, it wasn't even a baseball game. It was something like concert. A K-pop concert that was going on. Just go to the butcher shop, they sell them there. That's true. I do buy like sausages, but I can't make that same like grilled style that you get from like a hot dog stand. Simple life pleasures. I do miss hot dogs. Anything other in Japan that I tried that was unusual? Kyoto area is mostly like traditional foods. Oh, I'm trying to think. I don't even remember what I ate. All the food was really good though. Like overall, my experience, the food is so much like better. More value for the amount that you pay for. You can't really go wrong. Other than that, let's count how many naramas that I put in each one. I'm curious. It looks kind of even though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 for Tokyo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 for Kyoto. Oh, this is like a close one. And then on the poll we have 54 for Tokyo. I actually did not expect it to be so like half and half. Let me see. 13 plus 4, 14. Wait, no, that's 28. What? Calculator, please. Let me hold on. Let me 1 second. Calculating. I'm a calculating. I love math. Yay. 13 plus 14. 27 divided by... close enough. Yeah, if you ask me to divide by 27, I would not be able to do that with like my brain. Okay. So it's 52% for Kyoto. But then now it's changed to 55 on Tokyo for the poll here. It's pretty close. Pretty close. So what have we learned? What have we learned from today's fight match? It really depends. Oh wait, I can put favorite aquarium. Oh man. I might make this a 50-50 then. Cause the Sunshine City Aquarium is really beautiful. The best aquarium I've experienced in Japan is in Osaka. There's nothing that compares to it in my experience yet. But the Sunshine City Aquarium is beautiful. I might do another stream just to like talk about that experience because I took a lot of pictures and it's super fun. Be careful when I buy shoes. Yeah, that's a good lesson learned. If you're walking a lot every day, be careful of what shoes you choose to buy or wear. What city would you be more likely to be scammed in? I would say scam Tokyo probably. Just because of like the amount, like just like so many more people are in Tokyo. And everyone's just trying to like shove pamphlets into your face sometimes. Kyoto. But it really depends on where you go, like which sub area. I feel like I got scammed by that hotel. Best karaoke. Best karaoke. I don't think I tried karaoke in Kyoto. My experience would be in Tokyo. It's super fun though. Like you just go in, write your name down, and then they'll give you an hour and call you up once the hour's done. Be sure to say no, I don't want to extend the time, otherwise you get charged more. Yeah, I haven't done karaoke in Kyoto. The thing was closed! Even in the ryokan, the karaoke room was closed. I couldn't even book a time. I couldn't even DLC my way into a karaoke room. Also, the price might have been more expensive than if I just went to like a random Tokyo one. If you're down for like nature walks and stuff, highly recommend just like temple hopping in Kyoto. Very worth it to just like peruse around the neighborhood quietly, because some of these are residential areas. But Tokyo, I feel like it's a lot more rewarding when you find a hidden gem, because it's just so busy everywhere. Definitely more people, so if you're interested in like the hip and happening, the fashion statements, definitely Tokyo would be like a really good place to spend most of your time. If you're looking for like the more rustic feel, the traditional feel, Kyoto of course, but also check out the neighboring cities. I did not go to Osaka this time. I went to Osaka before though. Maybe next time I'll finally go to Nara where all the deer are, because I still have not been there. Generally people go to like Osaka, Kyoto, and Nara at the same trip, but it's just because like, again, this wasn't like a completely like vacation thing. I had work. There was like some work related stuff that I had to do. So I couldn't like spend too much time everywhere. But if I were to go to Japan again, I really want to visit Hokkaido. It might be a little harder to get there, but like Hokkaido, the Sapporo, that area. I want to try all the noodles and just like maybe relax up there. I feel like it's gonna be a lot more quieter, less touristy maybe. I don't know. Curry soup. Oh, that sounds good already. That sounds so good already. I had curry for lunch today, actually. It was spicy for me, but yeah, this just reminded me of curry. Yum yum yum. But yeah, let's wrap it up for today. 50-50. Yeah, I managed to make it 50-50. I honestly did not expect it to be so like in the middle. I honestly thought like one of them would have like more doramas over the other, but I guess we just ended up. Here we are. Trying to punch myself in the face, and then in the end I bruise myself as well as win. I don't know. It's like when you're playing chess against yourself. Which side would you let you win? It is so hard to play any two-player game by yourself. Yes. So yeah, thank you so much for coming by today. Tomorrow is finally the Overwatch day. I don't know. I want to play a fun game while we're playing Overwatch, but we'll see. We'll see how I plan it out. Because like in one way, I can play just mystery heroes and flex my skills in every hero, or we could do something like I only play DPS and I have to like play one character only. We'll see. But then yeah, so actually let me share the rest of the 4 days. Overwatch is tomorrow, and then Monday is gonna be Hades, and then Tuesday is gonna be a short Zatsu before I fly. So I might need to give everyone a heads up. The Monday stream might be a little bit delayed, like a couple of minutes delayed, because I have a lot of work that I need to make sure that it gets done. But oh yeah, marshmallows will be up shortly after stream. I'll make a tweet about it. I'll also post in the YouTube community tab. Let me check if anyone's raiding a build today. Who's online? Who's online? Nanny Senpai's online. Let's raid Nanny Senpai. Well, yeah, thank you so much for coming by. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, night, afternoon, wherever you are, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, Nana.